rotations, and then, which goes 270 centimeters, and then turn around 2.15 rotations, got us 180 degrees, and then we go back 15.7 rotations. So, let's find our overhead. Here it is. No, the moon isn't supposed to be there. We're going to the blue line. It'll crack. Go!
So I have a question.
What?
What was the point of driving to the blue line and back?
So the part that was hard about was we had to calculate it. So the formula to figure out circumference is pi times diameter, and diameter we measured 5.5, and you couldn't just use a normal ruler.
What's the diameter?
5.5.
Diameter of what though?
The wheel on the robot. So, and then we did pi times diameter, and 3.14 is pi. 5.5 diameter, multiply, and you get 17.27. L equals C times
rotation.
rotation.
Aiden's part? Isn't this Aiden's part?
How should I know which part is which?
We're on L.
We're on L. Right here. So the L equals C times rotations. And what is L? And L is 270 centimeters. And so then we had to divide that by C. C cancels itself out. We get R along. Whatever you do over here, you have to do over here. So L divided by C now equals R. What does R mean? R is rotation.
Can you explain how the robot itself works? Because maybe then they'll know why rotations is important.
Well, they probably know because we already have two robots. Yes.
But if you're going to drive to that line, do you tell it to go 270 centimeters, or you tell it to go that far? I tried that, it didn't work. I tried to say, go that far, and it didn't work.
You can only tell it to do an amount of rotations, which means, which is one, the rotations is actually one rollover of the circumference of the wheel. So, I don't know if I can say so.
You guys want to run the second program?
Now, we have this one, and it is actually supposed to find. It actually has to find the moon. It doesn't know where the moon is now. So, we're just going to set the moon anywhere and see if the robot can find it. Let's see. Closer.
So this is Earth.
Yes.
It's sitting on Earth.
So now everyone.
You want
has to
explain
be
how it will find
very
her.
quiet right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
because it has
it finds, so it uses the sensors it has on it to do the whole thing. First, it goes out and uses the ultrasonic sensor to find the moon. Then it turns around and uses the touch sensor to see if it has landed on the moon. And then, once it's landed on the moon, it celebrates. And then, it uses the light sensor to sense the light of the white. That rhymes.
Yeah.
The light of the white.
Let me get out of
So, everyone was too loud. Okay, move Amanda.
Sounds like music.
It was just swinging an American flag. Oh no! Because he was never on the white. He was never on this white part.
Okay.
He was never on the white.
For some.
Let's run Aiden's.
Wait, that's because we had it coming back here.
Okay,
We'll try again.
guys, the other class is waiting to come in too, so can we run Aiden's programs?
So first we're
Okay, we're just,
It's okay.
we're running out of
It
time.
was on a
We're gonna do yours second.
Go.
It sounds like music.
That's so funny. It's so funny. I think it's just an American flag. I mean, really, it's just making a flag. There's nothing funny about rain. Oh no!
There, now it's on.
We can only see What's so funny? I mean, it's just
What is so funny about it?
It's the first time they've seen the flag.
Aiden, you
They've
wanna
not
run
seen
your
that before. You've seen it a ton of times.
that. I don't. Well, it's because they don't have a third motor on their robot.
Well, it's
Okay, time for 3 really important questions, and then the other class is waiting to come in to see this also.
Okay, dude.
3 really good questions. You handle
No, we're gonna answer questions.
Go ahead and
Okay.
run Aiden's program.
Aiden.
Next question.
Question, it make sure,
Why did he, when they hit the moon, why did the flag go?
Because it's like the real thing. Like they would probably wave a flag.
I thought he was just gonna drop the flag and like.
You can't drop a flag with it.
Yeah, you can't touch it.
Imaya. Okay,
No.
if you think, for those of you who know about the real lander, they did plant a flag on the moon. Every time they landed on the moon,
It's actually
they
like
planted
you
a
can't
flag.
actually we actually had to tape it on. It's not like the robot can hold it because it's
Don't give away all our
it isn't
secrets.
really it isn't really in a hand. Like it's only an arm that can hit it.
okay. What, another question, another important
Great
question.
questions.
Nope.
No?
Nothing?
Nothing?
Nope. Ow. Is anyone gonna
RJ,
ask
what do you think? What were you thinking?
Why do you do this project? Why do you want to do this project?
Good question.
I am not sure.
What did you, go ahead. Well, Aiden, you've already asked a question. My question for you, Cameron, and we'll make this the last one, is what did you learn from this project? What are some of the
We
things?
learned like this whole thing here, and we also did an Excel graph.
You learned, so you
My
learned how
dad
to do
came
it.
in actually every Tuesday and Thursday, unless he had like a call or he was out of town. but she was out of town for like 2 weeks of the thing that he had to call like a few days.
So what did the Excel program do?
The Excel graph showed us which 180 rotations would be good because we tried it different ways. As you can see, there's a few different ways.
So
And
is that
then
like,
we made this scatter chart, which this is the legend, and it has the averages for the experiments data points, and like all that. And then here's how we figured out the rotations to go out here, and with the division L divided by C. And then here is a graph that we also made. It's like this line graph. We have these 3 data points, which helped a bit because on that time we were actually using some protractors.
okay. So while we've been learning about bar graphs, he's been learning about line graphs, which is another graph
And
that we
I've
can
been
use.
learning about line graphs in Miss Craven's.
Okay.
As well.
One last question. Aiden, how old are you?
7.
How old are you, Cameron?
I'm gonna be 8 next week.
Thank you.
Like very soon. But you're
Sorry.
still
Oh,
Thursday next week. Very soon. Less than a week. Well, yeah, but you're still 7.
All right.
Yeah.